What is online trading? And what do you think about when you hear the term trading? Everything you buy in a store is literally just trading money for the goods that you want. But there's another way to utilize this practice. I'm Tori Trades, and on this channel, you will learn to trade the financial markets online. But let's talk about some of the basics. What is online trading? The term trading literally means exchanging one item for another. The way we usually understand this is when we exchange something we need for money. Or more simply put, it is when we buy stuff. So when I talk about trading the financial markets, think of it the same exact way. Think about someone like me who trades shares. What I'm actually doing is buying shares of a company, and if the value of those shares increases, then I make money by selling them at a higher price. And voila, this is trading. You buy something for one price and you sell it for another. Now, here's a great question. Why would the value of those shares go up? There's a very simple answer, and there is a list of theories and conspiracies we could get into, but we'll save that for another video. So for now, I'll explain the easy answer. The value of shares changes due to supply and demand. The more demand there is for something, the more people are willing to pay for it. Increase in demand means increase in price. Let's say that you are at a bike shop and there are only 10 bikes left in the store. This is the only place around where you can buy a bike. If you're the only person that's come in looking to buy a bike, then the bike shop owner will more than likely sell it to you at a reasonable price. Now, let's say that 15 people enter the shop and they all want to buy bikes. To make sure that they will actually get one before the others do, they are willing to pay more. Hence, the bike shop owner can jack the price up because he knows there is more demand for bikes than there is supply of them. Once the bikes reach a price at which customers think is too expensive, they will stop buying them. When the bike shop owner realizes that he is not selling bikes anymore, he will stop raising the price, and it may come back down to a level at which customers will start buying again. Increase in supply means decrease in price. Let's say suddenly another bike shop owner comes into the market and he has even more bikes to sell. The supply of bikes has now increased dramatically. It stands to reason that the second bike shop owner will probably want to sell his bikes at a cheaper price to entice the customers. And if I was a customer, I will probably go with the cheaper of the two. Seeing this, the first bike shop owner will most likely bring his price down as well. The sudden increase in supply has therefore brought the price down of all of the bikes. The price at which demand matches supply is called market price. The price level at which the bike shop owner and the customer agrees on both the price and the number of bikes sold. Market price. So all in all, this applies directly to the financial markets. If a company posted some great results, it's becoming very popular, then more people will want to buy shares of that company. This increase in demand will lead to an increase in price of those shares. Starting to catch on? Same deal here? I hope so. So, now what is the online trading part? In 1982, the first full-service electronic consumer equity trading system for buying and selling stocks using a PC came online. That's a mouthful. Over the next 10 years, the history of online stock trading developed slowly. It was temporarily crippled due to the stock market crash of 1987, a recession, and the Gulf War. It wasn't until the 1990s that things shifted and online trading really took off. This meant that trading done beforehand was closed to anyone outside of banks and financial institutions. With the development of high-speed internet, anyone who wanted to become involved in trading was able to do so online. Almost anything can be traded online. Stocks, currencies, commodities, physical goods, NFTs, and a whole host of other things. If you think it can be traded, it's probably already being traded. That was the gist of online trading. Follow me for more short little tidbits of financialness, news, and information regarding the financial world. Before I leave you, I do want to ask a super fun question just to see if you guys happen to know off the top of your head what market out of stocks, cryptocurrencies, commodities, physical goods, NFTs, etc., which market do you think is the most valued? Which one is the biggest? Go ahead and drop a comment below and see if you can guess it right. I'll wait just a few seconds before I give the answer. That's probably copyrighted. I can't even say that. Out of all of these markets, the Forex market is the largest. In 2020, the global Forex market was valued at 2.4 quadrillion. That's almost 4 trillion worth of currency traded every single day. This is the biggest exchange traded anywhere in the world. Now you know. Thanks for watching.